Do you believe that as the time for Messiah's return draws near, more and more of us will feel like strangers in a strange land until we arrive to where Yah intends us to be? Yep. Well, I mean, I have felt that way for a long time. I don't recognize the country I grew up in. And I imagine that some of you who are a little more, what's the word, mature than I, would feel the same way. I don't recognize this place. I don't recognize the mindset. I don't recognize the values anymore. It's a different world. And yes, I absolutely believe that as that day draws near, it'll be more and more and more and more that way. And I'll just go on and say this too. And look, I'm not putting my hopes into what may come out of next Tuesday. Been down that road a few times already, and I'm just not going to put my hopes into what may come out of this next Tuesday. It may be worse than what I think it might be, right. But I'm not going to put my hopes. If it turns out to be everything I would hope it would be, I'm still not putting my hope in that. Right. Did that come out right?
Yeah.
Because here's what we should have seen. We can have a guy come in and do a lot of great and wonderful things that we agree with. And he can leave office, and in just a matter of days, somebody can come in and throw all that out the window. And so then, until there is a heart change in you and me and all of our countrymen, there's no sense in putting our hope in the results of an election. I'm not saying don't participate. I'm not saying do participate. That's between you. You and your convictions. I'm just saying I'm not putting my hope and trust and confidence in all of those things. So that then leads me to believe that more and more and more and more, you and I will feel like strangers in a strange land. Because, you see, all the kingdoms of this world are destined to become the kingdoms of our God and of his Messiah. Because the Messiah will not rule and reign from Washington or Paris or Brussels or, any of these places. He's going to rule and reign from Jerusalem. And it's going to be a whole different world in that day. Whole different set of values, whole different mindset. And so that's where we're going. And so there has to be this is my thinking. There has to be a place, there has to be a time when that we've been familiar with, we have to separate from. And it'll be painful. You understand what I'm saying? All right.